Hey everybody! Welcome to another video from Greg Dumont, the creator of KillerReviews.com. Today we're talking about a movie called The Gambler, starring Mark Walburg, Brie Larson, Michael K. Williams, John Goodman, and other fine folks, I'm sure. So, The Gambler. I don't know, people. I don't know about this one. The film is directed by Rupert Wyatt, who also did, he has about 8 or 10 films to his credit. The ones I noticed were Rise of the Planet of the Apes and The Escapist. I haven't seen either one of them. I haven't seen any of his movies, actually. So, this is going to be a pretty quick video, because I looked this up and there wasn't much at all as far as the Wikipedia goes. So, here's what I can tell you about the movie from what I learned today. The Gambler is an American crime drama film directed by blah blah blah. I already been there. But the screenplay is by William Monahan, and it's based on the 1974 film written by James Toback, which starred James Caan. So I did not know this was a remake when I watched the movie. I did not know that. I don't think it would have mattered much. I would, though, after seeing this movie, I'd be curious to watch the original, because the pacing of this movie is part of my problem I have with the movie, but the story would make more sense like 30, 40 years ago, whatever that is, 70, almost 40, probably 40 years ago. That would make more sense. It's a very slow-paced movie. I'd be curious to see the original after seeing the remake. Okay, in 2011, Paramount Pictures announced a remake of the 1974 film The Gambler, with the original producers, Irwin Winkler and Robert Chartoff, intended as a directorial project. Why would you ever write it like that? Intended for director Martin Scorsese, and it was reported that Leonardo DiCaprio was attached to the film. Well, that has changed a lot, hasn't it? I can definitely see this as a movie for those two, you know, the Martin and Leo team up. I can see that. But I'm guessing Martin dropped out because the script was just flat out boring. That would be my guess. In 2011, screenwriter James Toback gave the autobiographical story of the original film. I've been recording for like 3 hours, so at this point my tongue, I think, is broke, or maybe not. The original film's background and development, and criticized the idea of his film being remade. So James was not a happy camper on this one. Scorsese left the project, and filmmaker Todd Phillips was in talks to take over in August of 2012. I would assume that's the Hangover director, Todd Phillips, I would imagine. In September 2013, actor Mark Walburg and director Rupert Wyatt expressed interest in making the film. So, this has been bounced around a lot over 3 years in the land of Hollywood. Okay, that's all I could find that was remotely interesting about this movie. So, some pros. Let me tell you what the movie's about. How about we do that, right? You want a synopsis? Okay. Mark Wahlberg plays a gambler. In the opening of the movie, he bets, literally the very opening scene, he bets a crap load of money, loses, and we find out shortly after he owes $240,000 to whatever, the head guy of this little underground elite gambling center. So he owes a crap load of money. Pretty much the movie is about him trying to pay it back. He's a teacher at a college, and he teaches writing. So he's a writer himself. He has a published. We know he has a published novel in the movie, but he's a teacher, writer. He's trying to find the point of everything. I think is what the character is about. He's very down on himself all the time. There's a way to put that better. and I'm not doing it. Right, let me just look it up real quick. Mark Walburg is a literary professor with a severe gambling addiction caused by his view of the world as either having it all or having nothing. Okay, I didn't quite get that from the movie, but oh yeah, so that makes sense. When he's in class, he talks about having it all or nothing. He points out like the best writer in his class during a class. He points out the best writer and how she is simply the best. And how if you're not the best at something, then don't even try doing it because you're not going to succeed at it. So, yeah, I guess I get that theme. I heard a lot of complaining about life from Mark Walburg in this movie. There are scenes that feel like they're 10-minute long classroom scenes, and it's just like kind of blah, blah, blah. But as you can see, I wasn't as invested in the movie as I'm sure the filmmakers hoped I would have been. One of my negatives, I usually start with the pros, but let's do negatives. The whole movie was just kind of blah. Like, I didn't care about Mark Wahlberg's character. I didn't care if he got paid back. I didn't care if he won $5 million. I didn't care if he got his love interest. His love interest is played by Brie Larson. I just, maybe, I don't know, I just didn't care about anybody in the movie. And, you know, I don't know if, like, going in, I had a different mindset for the movie. It's a flat-out drama. Like, it's not a thriller. It's a flat-out drama about a guy who owes money. It's very slow-paced. Like, there's scenes where he gets his butt kicked because he owes money. But even those scenes are really fast. It's a lot of, like, him whining and trying to find money, borrowing money from somebody to go gamble, and lose that money, and then he gets more money, borrows more money off somebody else, and then they're all like trying to get him, you know, trying to chase him down for the money, and then like it's another like 10-minute, scene of him teaching class. It's just blah 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 blah. So I just, you know, going in, I didn't think it'd be like that. I thought it was like a thriller in a way, where he owes money, he's a gambler, it's kind of an action movie, he's dodging, people that are trying to kill him all the time. But, that's my fault for going into it, not even seeing the trailer. I think I got this confused with another movie that came out last year about gambling, and the trailer made it look like an action movie. But I went into this thinking it would be kind of like a thriller or something. And it's a flat-out drama as drama gets. So, yeah, the movie was pretty much blah for me. John Goodman, he plays this guy, almost every scene he's in a sauna in a towel. And his dialogue is just so over the top, unbelievable for me, and the whole time I'm watching the movie, I'm watching, for me I'm watching John Goodman. I'm not watching this little mafia guy, this gambling head honcho. I just see John Goodman in a towel saying these lines that I don't believe anybody would say these lines. It just felt so over the top. So, movie felt slow. Movie was blah. I didn't really like anybody in the movie. I didn't connect to any of the characters. John Goodman, I didn't care for his character. I don't know. Like maybe if it was played by somebody else. And trust me, I love John Goodman. But when I see John Goodman, I'm watching John Goodman. It's not very often where I forget I'm watching John Goodman. So some of the pros, though, there are some positives to the movie. I always like Mark Walburg. I think he does a good job in almost pretty much everything I've seen him in. I haven't seen some of his movies, but I mean, I choose not to see certain ones. But I do like him as an actor. I like to watch him on screen. Brie Larson, who's a love interest, I thought she was one of the best parts of the movie, as well as Jessica Lange. The performances are really good in the movie. I'll give them that. Jessica Lange was really good in this movie. She had a very meaty role too. A lot of emotion in the movie. But Brie Larson, yeah, I had not recognized her before. She has quite a bit of movies to her credit. But yeah, she was very fun to watch. I don't know, like she kind of jumps off the screen. And the only other positives I had were I really liked the music in the movie. I thought it was really good, and it was like almost like techno, boy, I hope I get that right. It was it wasn't orchestral, is what I'm trying to say. It was very techno, very fast moving. But there's a couple interesting choices the director makes. There's a scene where Brie Larson is very happy in the movie, and she's walking down the street, and the music is going like really fast. This kind of like pop techno music stuff, and she's just kind of smiling. It's like she's clearly in an exceptional mood and having a great day, and she's walking down the street on campus, and the music is going, and it keeps cutting like different angles of her smiling and brushing her hair and like looking around. I don't know. It was a really cool scene. I don't know. Like, it was just kind of really cool that it was a really cool choice to put that in there. It was almost like a walking montage. I don't know. I'm curious if anybody's seen this movie, what they think of that scene. And also, there's a scene where Mark Walburg at the end just runs. I can't tell you the end of the movie, but he's running for a certain reason. And the same type of deal, like there's like really loud music going, and he just takes off his jacket and it just runs. And it looks like, based on the sky, the color of the sky in the scenes, that he's running for maybe an hour, like from maybe till like 3 a.m. till 5, or like a couple hours. I don't know. Like, unless it was just a mistake in the camera shots, but he was running from almost like pitch black to dawn, basically. And it like cuts to a lot of different blocks he's running through, and the music's really loud. It was really, if you knew the ending, I would explain more, but I don't want to spoil it. But I can see why he's running. It's a really cool ending to the movie. I like the ending a lot. But the movie has mixed reviews. It sits at a 49% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. On IMDb, it's got a 6 out of 10. But Metacritic, I think, has like a 50%. So it's like a real crapshoot. I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence. Like, I don't think it was what's executed well. As far as, it's like you got a great cast, probably a good script, and then it's like, I don't think there was enough love and blending of all the elements to make it really click, But it's got some interesting, I don't know, I think it's worth a viewing if you can catch it at like $1 at Redbox or on one of the HBO Showtime stuff. But, let me know your thoughts on the movie. For me, I'd probably give it like a 3 out of 5. I wish I had known what it was more like going in. I think that might have changed my mind a little bit. But if you've seen this movie, I'm sure this won't get too many views on YouTube. I don't think many people have seen this movie. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Please comment below. I would love to have any kind of conversation about The Gambler. I'm curious to know what you guys think. So, thanks for watching this video. My name's Greg, and check out killerreviews.com. At Twitter, at Killer Reviews, and check out the Killer Reviews podcast as well. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.